This simple little lure right here is fastly becoming my favorite multi-species bait. And today, we're going to talk about why it's so special. But before I go on blathering about this bait, let's first take it fishing, put it through its paces, and hopefully catch some fish with it. Let's go. Today I am out here at one of my favorite spots to fish. I did a video earlier here this spring where I caught some carp out of this puny little ditch right here. Today I am back out at this spot and I'm going to be trying to catch basically whatever bites. I'm not really specifically targeting carp, but if I get a carp to bite, that'll be a plus. I am targeting today bluegill, warmouth, smallmouth, and largemouth. Now the interesting thing about this little ditch right here is it is actually connected to a main river. As you can see, there is a levee right over there, and there is some storm drains that actually connect this to the actual river. So over the years, fish have actually filtered into this little ditch because this ditch does hold water all year round, and there is a variety of species in here. So today I'm super excited to get out here and try to catch some fish. As you can see, there's a lot of weeds in the ditch today. A lot of algae, a lot of scum, that kind of thing. There's a carp right there actually, swimming around. Now despite this looking kind of like a swampy mess, the water here is actually really clear, and I'm hoping we can get some fish today. Let me show you what I'm using. So today I'm just running with a simple spinning rig right here, 8-pound test line. And as far as the lure goes, we're gonna be throwing this little bait today. Great little bait, I'll talk more about it later. Alrighty guys, let's get to fishing. Today is actually a little bit cloudy. We actually have some thunderstorms moving through, but it's a perfect day to fish, nice and overcast. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of algae on the surface of the water, but my lure is actually able to get through that stuff, which is good. Oh, I got a hit right there. I'm kind of fishing blind right now because I can't really see. Oh, I got a weed. Okay, there's weeds in here, definitely. All right, so there's weeds in here. Got a nice clear opening right here where I think I can put a bait. Got one. There we go. All right, guys, first fish of the trip. Alrighty, guys, first fish of the day. Beautiful little green sunfish right there. Check out that jig, absolutely down its gullet. He came right out of that little hole right there. So let's put him back and see if we can't get something else. So there's this culvert right here. I'm gonna check out the other side of the culvert and see what the water looks like down here. So this is the downstream side of the culvert right here. It's not very deep, so I'm just gonna continue to work my way downstream. That's cool. Is that a beaver or a muskrat? Might have been a beaver, I don't know. It looks rather muskrat-like. All right, whoa, okay. I did not expect that. The mud down here is, oh, that's deep. That is deep mud. Nope, we are not doing that. We are backing out. That is like ankle deep mud. Not today. All right, so as you can see, the water continues downstream. There's a nice big pool up here that I think will hold some fish. So I'm gonna mosey on down here. A lot of carp in here. Something's in here. But the real deep water comes down here. There's another carp. A lot of carp in here. Wow. Just kind of throwing into these little open pockets. Is there anything in this drain? Let's see, there's a grate right here. There might be something hanging out down there, I don't know. Got something. Whoa. I got something pretty big. Through the grate. Oh, that's a big bass, dude. It's a big old bass. That's a good bit. It's like a 1-pounder, dude. Caught him right through this grate. Look at this. Can I get him out through? Let's see if I can get him out through. Look at that, guys, right there. That is a nice bass. I caught him through the stinking grate. What? That is hilarious. That's a good 1.5 pound fish right there. That's amazing. That is so sweet. I'll let him go out here on this side. That's crazy. I did not think coming to this spot that I'd be catching fish through the grate. But now that we did catch a fish through the grate, let's try and catch another one. That was almost instant, dude. He was just right on that. Well, that was a pretty cool fish catch nonetheless. Caught a fish through a stinking grate. I was not expecting to do that today, but I will take it. That's fantastic. That was a decent sized bass for this little Canal McDouble, whatever it's called. That was a nice fish right there. It's a nice deep hole right out there in the center of this. There's gotta be something out there. Got him right there. Got a fish. Hey, look at that. Micro bass. There you go, guys, right there. Beautiful little bass, absolutely smoked again. The little jig came right out of that open pocket right there. You know what's crazy about a little canal like this is that there could easily be like a 5-pounder in here. Now there's definitely enough water to support one, which I think is pretty awesome. Got one. Ooh, 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 good fish, good fish. Ooh, ooh, dude, that's a big fish. Oh my goodness. Dude, what the Sam? Alrighty guys, when I pulled up to this spot today, I did not expect to get a bass this big out of this little ditch. I caught that nice one there on the other side of the grate, but I didn't think it'd get much bigger than that. That's a nice fish. That's maybe 2.5. Pegged him on this tiny little jig right here. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Whew, man, this is insane. Alrighty guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit in shock. I did not expect a fish that big to come out of this, again, little ditch, little canal thing. I mean, take a look at this. There's not a whole lot here, just a tiny little ditch choked with weeds, and most people would pretty much write this area off as a place where there would be no fish, but indeed, there are fish. I spotted my friend. Look at that little guy. Oh, there he goes. Got one. Ooh, ooh. What is this? Feels like a good fish. Good night, what is this? What the world do I have on? Is it a carp? Oh, it broke me off. Oh my word, what was that fish? What was that? It fought like a carp. It's very possible it could have been a carp. Man. Could have been a northern pike, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like a 5-pound bass. That one's gonna haunt me, guys. That one's gonna haunt me because I never got to look at it, you know. What was it? Could it have been a big old bass, northern pike. Most likely it was a carp, but still. Alrighty guys, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the bait that this whole video is about. These baits are called the Mini Mite Jig in a Tube right here. There's the logo if you can see. I originally found these at Walmart, and the thing that intrigued me about these things is that they come individually packed in these little tubes. Check this out. There's a tiny little tube right here, a little cap, and the bait just kind of hangs out in there. I actually love the way these baits are packaged, and I wish more baits like this were packaged in little tubes because it's so easy. You just keep them in your tackle box, and then when you want to use one, you just pop it out of the tube and use it. This is actually a great way to keep the baits from tangling up or even getting lost down somewhere in your tackle bag. This way it keeps them nice and neat, and they are ready when you want to use them. As far as the bait goes, it's actually a pretty simple lure. Now, a lot of people may look at this bait and say it doesn't look that special. It's just a little bit of plastic on a jig head. But you would be wrong to say that because there are a couple key things that make this bait unique in its own right and make it a fish catching machine. I am usually the type of guy that likes throwing a curly tail grub in a jig head. And honestly guys, I still love that combination to this day. But these little baits have been working very well for me, especially when I'm fishing small creeks and rivers. This is a great multi-species all-around bait. You can throw it anywhere, and it has a small enough of a profile that when the fishing is tough and the fish are finicky, this bait absolutely kills them. The main thing this bait has going for it is the action under the water. As you can see from this underwater footage, it's got a great action. The tail's got this beautiful little shudder when the bait falls, and overall it's just got a really solid action. And that is all due to the tail design. It's got this beautiful little tube-like tail, and the end of the tail is flared out into a cone. I am a big fan of this white color right here. This is my go-to. I also got some chartreuse right here. but the white one is definitely my go-to. Something about that white paired with a pink jig head and the way that this tail moves makes it a truly dynamite lure. Like I said, I've been using it a lot in creeks and rivers. It's been doing very well for me, and this bait, like I said, is becoming one of my favorites. If you guys want to check these out, I will leave links down in the description to where you can find them. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this where I take a particular lure that I like, take it fishing, and kind of break down why I like it, definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you guys want to support the channel, check out the links in the description as well. There's links to merch as well as affiliate links down there. If you click on those links, I get a little bit of kickback, and it helps me to keep making videos. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, stay hooked. I'll see you later.